On today's menu, a delicious recipe that's been on top of mind, an extraordinary burrito bowl. Lei Hong Ma, that's as Yeung in Cantonese. Welcome to Young Man Cooking, I'm Will Yeung. This recipe is a real treat. It's light, refreshing, really versatile, and it's definitely one I've been making almost every single week. Before we get started, a big thank you to our friends over at Shopify for sponsoring today's drool-worthy episode. I'll mention more about them in a little bit. As always, let's get started with the recipe first. 1 medium head of lettuce, finely shredded. In this episode, I'm using green leaf lettuce, but romaine or iceberg will also be fantastic. This recipe is good for about 4 to 6 portions, so really taking the time to thinly shred the lettuce will help it yield more. There's quite a few components in today's episode, so let's start with the cold stuff first. 1 red onion, finely chopped. 4 Roma tomatoes, diced. Remember, this recipe is incredibly versatile. You can substitute most of the vegetables with whatever is accessible to you or have on hand. About a 1/4 cup worth of chopped cilantro. Generous pinch of salt. And fresh cracked pepper. Drizzle over some olive oil. And freshly squeezed lime juice. Mix together all those delicious flavors. Very carefully remove the pits from 3 ripe avocados. Place the avocados in the bowl. Generous pinch of salt and freshly cracked pepper. Squeeze of fresh lime juice. Use a fork to mash the avocados to your desired texture. Just keeping things light and simple. Now let's make those 2 delicious sauces. 1 cup mayonnaise. 1/4 cup sriracha. Couple tablespoons of water. Whisk to combine. Be sure to check out a previous episode to make a thick mayonnaise made with chickpea water or aquafaba. Transfer the spicy mayonnaise to a squeeze bottle. You can sub out the sriracha with any type of hot sauce you prefer, and the thick mayonnaise, I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check out. Make that really easily at home, along with another link that will show you how to make 3 different types of delicious hot sauces. Place about 70 grams of cilantro into a blender. 1/2 cup cashews. 1 teaspoon salt. Juice of 1 lime. About a 1/3 cup of water. Blend on high until liquefied. It certainly helps to have a high-powered blender. If you don't have one, you may just have to spoon over the sauce instead of squeezing it out of the bottle. Let me tell you, these sauces will taste great with absolutely everything. You definitely don't have to have squeeze bottles, but I find them to be actually really useful tools in the kitchen, so I definitely love having them around. Speaking of useful tools, if you've been following the cooking show for quite some time, you might have come to know that there's an official Young Man Cooking email newsletter that goes out every single week, and those newsletters are created and sent through one of many Shopify's in-house apps. Shopify is an all-in-one commerce platform that empowers any entrepreneur to start and grow their web shop without any coding or website building experience. Our very own Young Man Cooking online shop has been powered by Shopify for quite some time now, and what started as a small space to sell a single cookbook grew into a shop now offering 3 cookbooks, Young Man Cooking merch, and even a plant-based sushi masterclass. We receive a lot of questions about the tools and special ingredients used on the cooking show here on YouTube, and as we try to answer everyone, I also write and include a short snippet about something new in the weekly newsletter. A question or curiosity you might have might actually be answered in an upcoming newsletter. Shopify's email app makes it a breeze for me to upload images, write about the tools used in the cooking show, feature items from the web shop, and attach links so the newest episode is just a tap away. That newsletter is free to sign up for, and of course you can unsubscribe at any time. For more information about that newsletter, you can check out that link in the description box below, or if you want to test the waters with Shopify, you can check out another link in the description box, or you can visit shopify.com/youngmancooking. Add 2 cups of long grain rice into a bowl. Rinse and drain 2 to 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. Three pieces of garlic, finely chopped. 1 onion, finely chopped. 'Remove the seeds from a jalapeno. Finely chop the jalapeno. 2 Roma tomatoes, diced. Medium stockpot or saucepan. Medium heat. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Onions and jalapeno. Saute for 5 to 7 minutes. Garlic. Saute for a couple of minutes. 2 teaspoons smoked paprika. 2 teaspoons sweet paprika. Half teaspoon dried oregano. 1 teaspoon salt. Give the pot a good stir to combine all those delicious flavors. Tomatoes. Give the pot a good stir and cook for a few minutes. The moisture from the tomatoes will help deglaze the pan and bring together all those amazing flavors. Add in the rice. Give the pot a stir. 2 cups water. Give the pot a stir and turn the heat up to medium-high. When the water begins to bubble, turn the heat to medium-low. Cover and cook for 15 minutes, then turn the heat off and let it steam further for another 10 minutes. Next up, we're going to work on the beans. For today's episode, we're using canned beans, just really for convenience. Three pieces of garlic, finely chopped. 1 onion, finely chopped. 1 jalapeno, de-seeded and finely chopped. Remember to wash your hands after working with spicy peppers. In this episode, I'm using 2 400ml cans of pinto beans. Drain and rinse the beans with some water, then set aside. Saute pan. Medium heat. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Onions and jalapeno. Saute for 5 to 6 minutes. Garlic. Saute for a couple of minutes. 2 teaspoons sweet paprika. 2 teaspoons smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon salt. Give the pan a good stir. Pinto beans. Turn the heat to medium-high and saute for a couple of minutes. Add 1 cup of water. In the meantime, the rice should be completed. Give the rice a quick fluff, then carefully transfer to the serving plate. Mash the beans with a fork or potato masher. The beans will become almost paste-like, but the final texture is personal preference. Add a bit of water if the beans look too dry. Give the pan a good stir, then turn the heat off. I prefer having a little texture in the beans, but still have that delicious, buttery mouthfeel. Plate the beans to the serving bowl. This recipe should be good for about 4 to 6 portions, but of course you can multiply it to make more. That is one amazing looking spread. Now all we have to do is just plate. As mentioned, this recipe can be incredibly versatile. Try mixing pinto and black beans together, or a delicious and tangy mango salsa. Be generous with the lettuce as it's refreshing and cleansing. In this episode, I'm using a plant-based shredded cheddar cheese. Don't forget a good dollop of that buttery avocado. Drizzle over that cilantro lime sauce and that spicy mayonnaise. You can now serve up this amazing feast with absolute confidence. This not only looks amazing, smells amazing, but man, it's so full of flavors. This is the type of party I always want to attend. Boy, that is just extraordinary. Visually, this is like an artist's palette. You've got those earthy tones and the beautiful green, the red, the purple, and those leading lines from the amazing sauces. Just from that first bite, it's like an explosion of 2 different worlds. You get that earthiness from the beans, that rice which is flavored with the tomato and the jalapeno, but then there's this lightness, this refreshing taste from the tomatoes, onions, the cilantro, and that shredded lettuce. The avocado adds that butteriness, and those beans just allow you to stick a little bit of everything onto that fork into an epic bite one after another. That spicy mayonnaise just adds a little bit of heat, and that cilantro lime sauce just adds this extra layer of aroma, savoriness, and just incredible flavor. It's almost a challenge to break down all the flavors in there because there's just so much going on. This entire dish is just so fresh, so light, and packed with savory goodness. This definitely would make an amazing spread at your next get-together. It's extraordinary recipes like this that I always say makes it so exciting to cook at home. If you love easy, delicious recipes like me, then definitely check out or pick up your copy of one of the 3 Young Man Cooking cookbooks. There's a print or digital version of these books. You can also check out the Sushi Masterclass along with the Young Man Cooking merch, all in the link in the description box below, or you can visit youngmancooking.com. If you enjoyed today's episode, definitely give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and if you're not already subscribed with that notification bell clicked, definitely do so. I'll see you in the next episode.